Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for another Dreamsgiving video. Today I'm sharing the products that were most indelible to me this year, and I thought this was the perfect way to end Dreamsgiving. I've already uploaded my 2019 journaling and planning favorites in the last Dreamsgiving video, so if you haven't seen that yet, please feel free to go check that out. Today's video is all about lifestyle products. Again, like my planner video, I tried to be as salient as possible and only chose the products that really stood out to me this year. The first product I have to share with you is this Supergoop Shimmer Shade, and this is in the shade Sunset. That's upside down. So this is basically a cream eyeshadow in this really gorgeous bronzy shade. It has SPF 30, which is fantastic because I never put my face SPF on my eyelids, so I really appreciate that. Again, it's this bronze shimmery shade that brings out the hazel amber hues in my brown eyes, which I really love because I always like to make my eyes stand out a little bit more. You can get the best payoff with this using your fingers, I think, but I personally don't like using fingers to apply makeup. It's an idiosyncrasy of mine. So I usually use a brush to apply this and then use my bronzer to diffuse the edges into my crease. My next favorite is a skincare favorite. This is the Caudalie Purifying Mask. This has been an absolute skin saver for helping prevent breakouts or quickly reducing them for me. I use this as an overnight spot treatment most of the time as opposed to an actual mask, although I have used it as a mask as well. I use this pretty much every night when I was traveling in Asia for 2.5 weeks. Basically anywhere on my face and chest where it looked like there could be potential breakouts. I spread this on there and slept with it overnight, and the next morning I would remove it. I am convinced that this is the reason I didn't break out at all during my trip when it was incredibly hot and humid and I was eating greasy food pretty much every day. So I am always going to travel with this mask. I absolutely love it. All right, my next favorite are these rings from Hannah Naomi. I keep them in this ring tray. This is from Tiny Badger Ceramics. It's like a really nice gray color. So these are my favorite rose gold stacking rings. I've pretty much worn them every day this year and they've worn really well. I have them on my hands today. You've probably seen them in most of my planner videos for this year as well. And I have really loved adorning my fingers with these rings as well as complementing my more statement rings. Speaking of statement rings, my favorite from Hannah Naomi is definitely this Infinity Spiral ring. This one just feels like a hug on my finger and I love wearing it so much. So they make more bold rings like this as well. But as you can see, I love their stacking rings and I like mixing and matching. What is that on my finger? The next favorite I have is this Uplifting Diffuser blend from Sage. And I actually washi taped it down so it wouldn't roll around, but just pretend you don't notice that. So like I said, this is an essential oil blend for my diffuser. This one has orange, vanilla, and coffee oils, essential oils. And it reminds me of a grown-up version of this orange vanilla sorbet we used to have when we were kids. That nostalgia likely plays into why I feel so happy and warm and uplifted when I smell this. It also pairs well with my chai spice candle from Basic Candle Co, by the way. So I love putting this into my diffuser. All right, my next favorite is this candle from Basic Candle Co. This is their number 5 Mediterranean Fig Tree. So Basic makes coconut wax candles infused with essential oils, and all of their candles have a really powerful scent throw. I went through one already and this is actually my second one. It has a really clean burn, as you can see. This particular one, Mediterranean Fig Tree, has sandalwood, patchouli, fig, and citrus notes. It's definitely more of a mature scent. This is the kind of candle that your cool aunt living in NYC would have burning in her Art Deco inspired flat, or what your badass career woman by day, ultra cool suburban mom by night would have burning in her home. I was actually surprised at how much I loved this candle because these notes aren't generally ones I gravitate towards. But I smelled this burning in Carolyn from Carolyn Plan's bathroom one time and I couldn't get enough. I even brought it on a trip with me to Tahoe to burn because I loved it so much, and I don't generally travel with candles because they are quite heavy. So absolutely love this from Basic. Alright, the next item, I don't physically have a version with me, so this postcard will do. It is the Boba Guys Strawberry Matcha Latte with Oatly and Boba. It feels like I've talked about this drink in pretty much every video I uploaded this year. This is another favorite that took me by surprise because I generally don't like fruity drinks or even fruity notes in my coffee, which is why I never felt any desire to try their strawberry matcha latte. But one day they gave me one for free and I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually delicious. Their house-made strawberry puree has no tartness whatsoever, which is what I don't like about fruity things. It's just a sweet strawberry flavor that balances really well with the matcha, and after trying that, I see why it's their signature drink. It's basically the only boba I've wanted since I got that free drink. All right, my next favorite is my Kindle here. I don't know which version this is, but I think it's the paper white. Let me just say that I am a staunch physical book supporter, but I discovered this year that I could borrow books from my local library on the Kindle, and that has been a game changer. It's the reason that I've been able to read so much more this year. I like to read in bed, so I don't necessarily like borrowing books from the library because germs. So being able to borrow books digitally has basically been the perfect solution. Let me just turn this on. For the Kindle itself, I want to share some of the features that I really love. I want to highlight them. So I mostly read at night, so the backlight has helped reduce the strain on my eyes from the lack of light. It's really dark in my room at night. So as you can see here, you can adjust the brightness. You can also hold down a word that you don't know the meaning of, and it'll tell you the definition, which I find really helpful as well. It's super light and compact, so it's perfect for on the go, and in fact it allowed me to bring multiple books with me while I was traveling. And again, it's like so sleek, it fits pretty much anywhere, so I really love that. And the last thing is that you can highlight passages in the book and make notes while you're reading and then export it, and it'll send you an email with a CSV. Okay, so I just got distracted because I'm trying to show you. So you can highlight passages and make notes while you're reading and then export it, and it'll send you an email with a CSV and PDF file of your notes and your highlights, which is awesome because now I just can check my email and I have a PDF, which is the one I like to use because it's really nicely laid out for you, and I can go through the book and look at all of my quotations that I highlighted. Okay, as for my favorite book, this is actually it right here. Let me just go to the beginning. This is Call Me By Your Name by Andre Aciman. Not sure if that's how you pronounce his name. I talked about this in my Q&A video. Oh my gosh, was it focused? I talked about why I love this book so much this year in my Q&A, so if you haven't seen that yet, feel free to click on the card on the screen and you can hear about why I loved this book so much. The last favorite that I want to share is actually a place, my favorite place that I traveled to this year, and that is Taipei, Taiwan. This is the little keychain that I got. So Taipei was at the top of my travel bucket list for a couple years now, and I finally got a chance to visit in September, and it was just as good as I imagined it would be. The people there are so polite and friendly. The food is out of this world. Some of the best Asian food I've ever had, actually, and Taiwan is the birthplace of boba, by the way, so of course the boba there is super yummy. The food is pretty inexpensive as well. I think every boba that I got was less than $3, and that's really inexpensive considering boba here is like $6. Anyway, it's probably my favorite city that I've visited in Asia so far, and I already cannot wait to go back. So I highly recommend adding Taipei to your travel bucket list. Another favorite that I wanted to mention here that I already shared in my Q&A is my favorite moment. And again, you can watch that video if you want to hear it, but I would love to hear what your favorite moment in 2019 was, and I know there's still a month left, but maybe so far what your favorite moment is. I would also love to hear, of course, what your favorite products of 2019 were. These are mine right here. So that is all I have to share with you for this video and for Dreamsgiving this year. Thank you so much for all of your support and your viewership and encouragement for Dreamsgiving this year, and of course the entire year. I appreciate it so much. I hope you loved Dreamsgiving. Feel free to leave any thoughts or feedback down below, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.